Put a palm together first. Okay.
Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha, Namo Shakyamuni Buddha.
Okay, when they do the meditation, what should we do? What should we tell them?
Keep our breath and next page.
So, what happened? All right, everyone, keep our back straight, our neck straight, close our eye, inhale and exhale, you count 1, inhale and exhale, you count 2, and keep going. If you see your monkey mind, don't go with your monkey mind, okay? Come back to your inhale and exhale, okay? All right, turn on all your webcam on, and make sure you put your grade number next to it, all right? Okay, go. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Start it. Close our eye and sit still. All right. When you sit for meditation, you can leave your hand down and relax. Okay, you don't have to put together. All right. Good. Michelle, are you there?
Yeah, earlier somebody called me.
Okay, so what do we do next after the meditation?
We call on people to see who.
Okay, all right. Let me yeah. All right, hold on. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me see. Let me see. Vivian, are you here, Vivian?
Yes.
Okay, can you follow the story and summarize the story at the end?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there was a young man who worked at a factory. His mentor, an old technician, told him to talk less, do more, and never stop developing his skills in every aspect of the factory's operations. 10 years later, the old man retired, and the young man became a technician himself. He continued to do his work with the same dedication and diligence as he was taught. One day, he visited his mentor. The old man saw that he seemed unhappy and asked what was troubling him. The young man sighed and poured his heart out. I have been following your instructions exactly all these years. No matter what I work on, I keep quiet and focus on the job. I know I have done good work at the factory, and I have learned all the skills that can be learned there. What I don't understand is that the guys who don't have my experience or capabilities have all been promoted, while I am still making as little as I did before when I was your apprentice. The old man asked, are you positive that you have become indispensable to the factory mess. The old man paced back and forth to think. After a while, he turned to the young man. You must request a day off, using whatever reason you like. It is time for you to give yourself a break. The young man was surprised by this advice, but the more he thought about it, the more it made sense. He thanked his teacher and left quickly to make a time-off request. When he returned to work after his day off, the manager called him into the office to tell him that things did not go well at the factory while he was gone. Others encountered many problems that normally would be handled by him, and they had no idea how to solve them. Realizing his importance, the manager decided to promote him to the position of senior technician, to thank him and encourage him to keep up the good work. The young man for his mentor's wisdom. Surely, he thought, this was the secret to success. From that point on, whenever he felt like he deserved more than he was getting, he would take a day off. When he came back the next day, the situation would improve to his satisfaction. This pattern continued for months. One day, the young man found that he was blocked from going into the factory. Much to his shock, he found out that his employment was terminated. He could not believe it. Not knowing what else to do, he went back to see his mentor to try to figure out how things had gone so wrong. Why did I lose my job? He asked with wounded pride. Did I not do everything as you instructed? Actually, you did not, because you heard only half the lesson. The old man shook his head. You understood right away that no one pays any attention to a light bulb that is always on. It is only when it goes off that people suddenly take notice and realize they've been taking it for granted. You were so eager to apply this understanding that you left before hearing the second half. Second half, it began to dawn on the young man that perhaps he made a big mistake. What was the second half? The mentor spoke slowly to make his point. The second half, more important than the first, is the realization that if a light bulb goes off frequently, then sooner or later it will be replaced with one that is more reliable. Who wants a light bulb that no one can count on to provide illumination? You see in life.
Go. Vivian.
So in the story, there is this young man who works in a factory, and he works as an apprentice for an older factory worker. And then over time, the old factory worker retired, and his apprentice continued to work in that position as a factory worker. One day, the factory worker went to his mentor, which is the older one, and asked, how come I worked this hard and I put in all this effort, but I still haven't gotten promoted? Unlike everyone else that lacks skills that I have, but they have been promoted more than I have. And the mentor said that it's because he tells the young man to take a day off. Just make him any excuse and take a day off. And that's what the young man, he hurriedly left, and that's what he did. He made an excuse to leave, to take the next day off. And when he came back the day after that, he was called into the boss's office, and he was told that when he was gone, everything got all messed up, and everyone kept telling him that they couldn't manage it because usually he did all that work. And so he got promoted to senior technician. And after a while, he kept taking days off, and and then it ended up that one day he was not allowed to go back into the factory. He found out that his employment has been terminated, which means that he has been fired from his workplace, and he went back to his mentor for guidance, and his mentor was like, you left in such a hurry that you didn't listen to the second part. Like any light bulb, no one will notice it if it stays on forever. If it goes off, then it'll suddenly draw attention to itself. But if it's like keeps going on and off so many times, then it will be replaced by a more reliable. That was his analogy. And so basically what he was trying to tell the young man was that you can try to draw attention to yourself once in a while, but you should still be reliable for others, like the light bulb.
Good, but in here, how many? Okay, there are a few places that we can learn, right? Michelle.
Yes.
So when the young man followed his mentor, what did he do at the beginning?
At the beginning, he took the day off, and
No, not that. Before the old man retired.
he was an apprentice.
Emily, are you there, girl? Vivian, can you tell them at the beginning what the young man do?
He was the apprentice for the old man.
But before the old man retired, right? The young man, what did he do? He learned everything from the old man, right?
Yes.
But what does that mean to us in our life right now, Michelle?
I don't get what you're saying.
Okay, so the young man followed the old man, everything about the factory, right? And later on, he became very good. But in this day here, what did the old man represent? What did the young man represent here? Do you know?
The old man represents the young man's mentor.
No, the old man represent what?
A role model.
Patrick, are you there, Con?
Yes.
What did the old man represent in here? And what did young man represent in here?
The old man is like the teacher for the Buddha.
Wow, you have a very bad connection. I mean, we barely hear you. But yeah, you are right. The old man represent the teacher. That means he represent the wise. And the young man, it represent the student. But what about, we have many students in school, right? But do they all the same, Michelle?
No.
No, so that means after the old man retired, right? The young man became technician himself. What does that mean, Michelle?
I think it means that he took the place.
No, he learned. He spent all the time, most of the time, to learn from the wise, right? That's important. In our life, when we nearby the wise, if we don't learn from the wise, and the same thing that you are not nearby the wise. Is that true?
Yeah.
Good. So when we associate with the wise, but we do not learn from them, you will not get anything from it. Just like all the co-worker, right? They do not learn from the old man. Therefore, so after the old man retired, only him become the technician, and let's see. Okay, Christina Võ, are you there?
Yes.
So, so when the old man is he retired, right? And the young man complained that, oh, he went to visit his mentor, that I worked so hard and I have better skill than the other people. Why the other people keep promoting? What does this mean in life?
Oh, I was doing something while the movie was playing.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Vivian, can you help, Vivian? Vivian? Oh, okay. Caitlin Dương. So when we, right, when we,
a minute, no more than that.
well, hold on. Okay, we have too much background noise. Okay, so when we, let's say that later on when we go to work, right, and we also work with many other people for the same project, but if we do not, why this person know more than the other one? Michelle, do you know why?
No, I think it's because the other one was consistent and he was.
Well, other one always take the thing for granted because this one already know, why should I care? If something wrong, this guy can take care for me, right? That's what they think. But you know what? Is that a good thing?
No.
When we have a chance to learn, always learn. Don't think that other people can do it, so we don't need to worry about it. But what happened when he is not there? Just like the wise man, that would mean the old man told him that take a day off. What happened? Those people doesn't know how to do it. Does it make sense? And when that happened, then that means your boss, that means our boss, no, our skill is not good. And you know what happened is when the time the company in a difficult situation, do you know what does that mean? They go into lay off, right? They go into lay off. Who will be laid off first, Michelle?
The bad ones?
The bad one, right? The one who cannot perform the work, right? Does it make sense? Okay. Okay, Vivian, are you there? So always learn so whenever they are not there, we know how to do it. Don't rely on one person. Okay, always learn as much as we can, even though later we go to work, we should do the same thing. Okay. But why this person? Okay, he took a day off, and when he came back, he got the promotion, right, into the senior technician. Why was that? Let's see. Kathleen, do you know why? Did you follow the story?
Yes, but I forgot.
Okay, do you know why that the mentor told him that you take a day off? And you know what he did? He took the day off, and later on, the next day he came back. He got promoted into the senior technician. Do you know why, Michelle?
Are you looking for your math right here?
the boss realized that he was actually a good worker, and without him, the other workers didn't know what to do.
Yeah, because that means the manager recognized this person's skills very well, right? Before that, they did not recognize because nothing wrong, right? Now, something wrong, they know who is the best, right? Does it make sense? But what happened after that? He keep doing it so often. Now, you know what happened to him? Lina,
Yeah.
did you follow the story?
Yeah.
Okay, when he took so many and day off, and what happened to him?
I don't remember because there was a lot of talking.
Okay, Michelle, what happened to him?
He got fired.
Why he got fired? He very
He
good.
was taking. Yeah, but he was taking too much days off.
Yeah, because he take things for granted, right? He thought that he the best, right? But when, even though we are the best, but when we do that, we are not reliable, right? Then no one needed. You see that? So that's why he did not listen to the second half. That is the second half of the story. Okay. And this story is really good. It's a good story. Okay. I'm not too sure that I show you the story yet. Okay. How about this? I show you. Let me show you another story. All right. Michelle, can you follow the story? And
friends and family members that you take for granted.
Michelle, can you read the subtitle?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Let me. Michelle, can you read it?
Yes. How many times have I told you not to call me again and again? Okay, I will call you shortly. Country.
mommy dead at 1:37.
A few days later.
You see mommy dead 1:37.
How many times have I told you not to call me again and again?
Okay. Michelle.
So there was this man, his mom called him too much at work every time because she was worried about him, but the son didn't like it, so he told her to not call him again and again. And she still did, but because she was worried about him and what he was doing, so then he kept ignoring her calls, and then a few days later, the mom never calls, and he gets worried, and I don't know what happened, but I think she died. And
No,
then
okay, the mommy died. That's why, because he ignored her. And later on, he found out the mom died, and right now it's already too late, right? Always respect your parents before it's too late. All right, Michelle, tell them what they do when they go into the break room.
we have to respect our tutors, keep our cameras on, mute when you're not talking, pay attention, and
Always turn on your webcam, everyone. Turn on your webcam, Mason, Christina, everyone. Ashley, good, thank you. Hold on, go ahead.